Alright, so welcome to our quick recap of the environmental club meeting that we had on October 5th, 2020. If you missed the meeting, this would be a great thing to watch to get caught up on what we talked about. Today we just had an environmental discussion, and I'll go into more detail about that later. Here we just took attendance and we had a question of the day, and we took a club picture, which was a club screenshot of everyone that attended the meeting. And then these are just all the topics that we covered during the meeting. Here we gave a quick congrats to Alex and Veronica. They both have leadership positions now in Environmental Club. Alex is our social media delegate and Veronica is our discussion leader. And you can still fill out a form for a leadership position if you would like to. I think the link is on our website. In case you don't know, by the way, I am Tori Goins. I am a club leader, and I'm a senior at North. Ava is also a leader, and she's also a senior. Mrs. Schmalz is our club sponsor. Here we had a quick plug of our social media and website. Follow us on our Instagram. We post little updates, and we'll remind you about club meetings. But you can also be reminded through our Remind, and you can text that to 81010 to join. And then lastly, we do have a website. The link is in our bio on our Instagram, and it will be in the description of this video. And you can also go to Wheaton North Activities page and click on Environmental Club, and our website will be there. This was our question of the day. When you were younger, what was your dream career? Next, we went through American climate news and global climate news. I can read through those. We talked about the California wildfires, and we mentioned how you could see the hazy smoke even here in the Midwest for a few days when those were going on. We also talked about how South Carolina celebrated Clean Energy Week. California is now going to ban the sale of new gas-powered trucks and cars starting in 2035. They're going to enforce that by requiring all new vehicles sold to be zero emission. We also mentioned that University of Hawaii did some research, and they found that 40% of Hawaii's beaches could be lost to sea level rise by 2050. And this is because seawalls can accelerate erosion, and if they continue to accelerate erosion, 25 miles of beaches on Oahu could disappear. This summer, the Northern Hemisphere had its hottest summer on record, and 2020 is likely to be one of the 5 warmest years on record ever. And this August was the second warmest August on record. Then we covered some global climate news. We have some positives and negatives. Some negative ones is that the Arctic sea ice shrinks to the second lowest minimum extent ever recorded. And the Amazon rainforest has transformed completely into a savanna due to wildfires. And also a new study showed that the EU's farm animals produce more emissions than cars and vans combined. Lastly, there's flooding going on in Sudan, and it is the worst in 60 years, and it submerged villages, livestock, and land. Some solutions that have been found. Cambridge University is to stop using fossil fuels by 2030. There's been a 5-year protest going on for that. And then we had a discussion about these 2 questions. How can countries tackle these huge issues, and what could they do to make a change that actually lasts? And next, these 2 slides, we just completely wanted to state the facts about each presidential candidate's platforms on the environment, because we know that there's some seniors in the group that can actually vote this year, so we did the research, and these are just facts. We are not biased in any way. So Trump, these are things he's done in the past. He left the Paris Climate Agreement, he's reversed climate regulations in general, and he deregulates businesses, and brings production back to America. And in the future, his website does not include any sections that support stopping climate change, and he's running his re-election against the Green New Deal. Here are some things Biden has done in the past. To highlight some, he's nominated supporters of climate science to head the EPA. He also spearheaded a $50 million aid package developing Ukraine's shale gas infrastructure at a time where people were decreasing their use of fossil fuels. In the future, on his campaign website, you can find his Biden plan, and he's got 16 little mini plans in there about climate change. He pledges to get the U.S. to 100% clean energy by 2050, and he pledges to rejoin the Paris Agreement. And if you want to read more into this, we have a link in our resources tab on our website, and it will be under the October 5th meeting resources section, so you'll find it if you go to the resources on our website. Then we had a little discussion on this. That is all. So thanks for watching if you did. Our next meeting is October 19th. We hope to see you there.